think I found the issue there. Maybe. I mean, yeah, there we go. We're live. All right. Um, so man, that was really funny. Okay, so the reason it didn't work was because I still had the 5 minute delay on from the last like time I streamed. It was like a tournament game, so oops. All right. I'm KCM, and today going over the new build in Spy Party, which came out yesterday. I did not play it yesterday because I wanted to be able to give a first impressions on it. So, so yeah, first I'm gonna go over basically all the patch notes. It's not really a long patch note, and then and go over those in practice once the game updates, and then um, I mean only half of them are really things that I can look at. A lot of it's like behind the scenes, like optimization and stuff. So it doesn't really matter. But then I want to get some games in. So yeah, 5 minute delay on a first impressions stream. Like I don't want any stream cheaters, you know, messing with me on pub. Hmm. Okay, so Checker really needs to fix this. By the way, you could barely read that. It says download complete, download 47% complete. You could barely read the number. The meter on the bottom could be a little bit bigger. I wish he'd change that. I mean, and it's covered up by the red text, or it goes over the red text, but you can't read it. It just blurs together. So yeah, it's kind of a mess there. Um, is that him? Is that me? It is me. What's up, Xanax is awesome. How are you doing? So in a minute we're gonna have this this download. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to actually like restart the game. The window width should be the download completion bar. Yeah, you'd think it should scale. I mean, the rest of the game's UI scales. Like if I go to some random level while it's updating, some how do I do this? Like if I no, the UI does not scale in the entire game. The UI does not scale. Like if I make the window really small, then you can see the UI is still just as big, you know? And it gets kind of embarrassing. Like if you make the window really small, it gets in the way of the game. It's just so stupid, but that's something that Checker needs to fix. But anyway, here we go. We're gonna update Spy Party. So yeah, you see how the UI just totally gets in the way there. Yeah, I mean, the camera like doesn't scale with the game either. It actually, if you make the camera like really wide, you can actually get like an unfair advantage that way. So it's kind of stupid that that nothing scales when you change the width of the game. I think that's kind of problematic if this game wants to be like esports because uh, everybody needs to be playing like on the same level regardless of their equipment. Um, there we go. Pub build, launching into the lobby. Gonna set two away for a second here while I test out the new build. So let's go to practice, practice spy. And I heard there are some changes I can look at right here as well. Checker changed new high rise into just high rise. He changed the name of it so it just says high rise, and high rise is no longer available in the old art. It was actually removed entirely. So nobody was playing that map. If anybody wanted to play on high rise, they would go to new high rise. So it doesn't really matter. Um, but that's like I guess that's one less option for us. So here's the pub. Available mission 7, partygoers 10, time 3 minutes. It's a delightful pub with a friendly bartender. All right, Let's do 7 known, and it doesn't matter who we pick. I'm just gonna do Shift M, get a billion minutes up there, and take a look at this build. So this is the new map. You can look at it from this perspective too. Uh, it's called the Irene Adler. Irene Adler is Sherlock Holmes' kind of love interest. She's also the only person, I think, who ever bested Holmes. And from a just a fictional writing standpoint, she's a really good character. She's one of the few, one of the early strong female characters in a series, which is also a really important thing. So looks like we have statues on the side here, one on the side there. Is it just the 2 statues? You only need 1 inspect, so I think it would just be the 2 statues. Actually, there's a lot of cover for those statues. Only a few places can see it very well. But it looks like the upside is no matter where guests are, you should be able to get a look at the statue. Oh, you can't see that statue back there from this window. That's interesting. I like that. You have to be over here to see it. And as for this statue, you can see it from... Let me move out of the way and see if that helps. You can see it from over here. You can see it through the door. You can see it through this window. So this statue is far more visible. That statue is going to be a bit more hidden. But let's go over the patch notes really fast. Blocky art must never die. I love the blocky art. Me personally, I would have been completely happy if the game had stayed with the blocky art forever. Kaylee says statues are surprisingly easy to guard. Small rotations let you get past the cover. No, old art maps are getting taken out entirely. You know, I actually, instead of having windows that look into the bar, I think that's kind of weird. I guess you could talk to people if they're on the other side. I mean, you know, from a fictional point of view, but it would be cooler to just be able to stand here and check your watch like you're waiting for a cab or something. That, to me, would make a lot of sense. Do they have windows on this side? No, Checker did not put windows up at the front. I don't know how I feel about that. I would like windows right here just so you can check your watch. I like the tree. So there is that. Alright, patch notes. Really quickly, new bar purloin, immediate or delegate. We're going to go over that in a minute. That's the big thing in this patch, so that'll be the thing to talk about. Path far enough to get through single person. What does that mean? I know that Checker changed how bouncing works. So now, if you slam into somebody, this should not happen. You're supposed to be able to automatically path around them. So I'm going to slam into Damon, and I should just bounce around him for free. Yeah, I'm just pushing up there. I'm not even trying to adjust. But here it's not working. So maybe there's a thing that makes it so you can't slam into people in conversations, or that you can slam into people in conversations. So let's find somebody who's not. There we go. Here's somebody I can bump into. And yeah, I just bump around him. So hopefully that'll clear up a lot of the pathing issues in this game. Oh, look, I'm pathing around these people. As long as you don't slam into them head on, looks like you're good. Let's see if I can slam into Damon head on. Yeah, I don't know. Disable manual cast events. Oh. I mean, that has to have to do with the endgame log, but I don't know what that means. Faster bar purloin timer. That's a change for Checker. It's not something that we would ever notice. Yeah, feet always keep moving AI style. That's also new, I believe. Switch to file hash for level game setup so it can change names. Not relevant to us. Load portraits from content. Again, not really relevant. Try and fail to fix small pathing CC issues by not making tiny paths. That sounds like it's an AI thing. To fix the small pathing issues by not making small paths. So I guess he's trying to say that AI won't do something like this or something like that. I don't know. This is boring. I'm just gonna play the game. Honestly, the majority of these changes are not really important from a gameplay perspective. A lot of them are behind the scenes things. Although this one's important. Avoid drinking while briefcasing. Apparently, AI will no longer pick up briefcase and sip, or sip and then pick up briefcase, or whatever. Hopefully that'll also pick that issue, change the or fix the issue where they were sipping while walking. Although that was not always related to briefcase, so I don't think that's gonna fix it. Checker says he fixed briefcase put down and drink anti-tell. Is that where they can pick up briefcase and interrupt putting it down to take a sip, maybe? Shrink convo pathing blob. Alright, let's check out this new purloin. This is the new thing on this map. Dude, I cannot see the pads. That's a problem. The pads are so dark, and the ceiling kind of makes them really hard to see. Especially if there's like somebody standing here. I just can't see the pads unless I'm absolutely like inside of them. So the floor is a little bit too dark. The pads are too dark. So hopefully Checker will fix that. I'm going to be complaining about that because that sucks. Okay, request drink. So now instead of Toby walking around handing you drinks, he now sets out the guest list in front of you for no reason. But you have to go to him for drinks now. And I really like that. That's something I've been kind of looking forward to for a while. I actually thought in some of the levels you'd be able to mix your own drinks. So it looks like that actually can exist now. Checker can basically just use this framework for grabbing drinks, except add an animation for mixing your own drinks at the personal bar at somebody's house or something. But right now we're at a real bar, so we can ask Toby for drinks. The waiter for drinks. Toby the bartender. His name is actually changed. It says Toby the bartender. That's cool. So purloin. Purloin is the interesting change here. Right-click to immediately purloin guest list from Toby's bar. So let's take a look. It fades. Doesn't look like I can put it back. Unless, let's take a sip and see what happens. I don't think you can return the guest list now. Right, you can't return the guest list. And now what? Every time somebody takes a drink, it's going to not be there? Is that kind of the thing now? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, so let's reset this mission. Control M. Let's wait for a guest. Let's see if a guest will pick it. He should offer the list to anybody who walks by, although nobody else will take it. And I think Toby himself, well, I can actually test it just by not purloining, of course. So there's the list. Get drink from Toby. Toby takes the list and he kind of slides it away. So that's cool. Yeah, he does offer the list to everybody, and he will just scoot it away himself. Come on. And the other option is to delegate purloin. So you just take a drink like normal, and then now, this is what's cool. You get this little meter. How do I get my mouse separate from the... That didn't work. I guess it only works in replays, but up at the top, you can see where it says Purloin Guest List. There's a little meter there now. You have 60 seconds to tell somebody where to go for Purloin, or to go and Purloin it. And so now that's my new option, Delegate Purloin to Miss H. She'll leave right away. It looks like it broke my animation. So that's kind of... I'm not sure that that's something that's intended. But now she'll take the guest list. I thought Toby doesn't, like, reach his hand out when you purloin. Immediate purloin, I'm going to take it. It's going to fade. Yeah, look, that's really broken because you know that it's a, that's a green. You actually, like, can't see it disappear at all. So I'm going to delegate. Give me that. Alright. Looks like you can leave right away, it looks like. That was redundant. Alright, now I'm going to delegate to her. Oh, I think it just starts a talking animation when you delegate. But watch. He's going to serve her a drink, eventually. Come on, come on. All right, now she's going to take the drink, and as the guest list is fading, he's going to scoot it away. He actually conceals it. It makes it really hard to tell that it's fading, and you won't know if you delegate. You won't know that the sniper won't know that it faded until the next drink he serves, unless they get a really good look at the guest list as he's covering it up. So I think that's yeah, warning track says that's something that's going to get reported, but that actually hurts the mission considerably, so he's going to have to hot fix that. Uh, Delegate requires one mouse wheel rotation. Oh yeah, yeah. I just use Q and E. Need to go to a CC and delegate. Canonically weird they put the list on the table. Yeah, I don't understand why you'd put the list on the table. He should put the receipt on the table, but not the guest list. Um, oh, it is in his pocket, so if you delegate... Oh, dude, you can delegate, you don't even have to take a drink. That seems kind of unfair as well. Although I guess it's a hard tell to leave without taking a drink. So let's delegate to my seduction target here. And he takes the guest list out. General's going to take the drink. Guest list vanishes. Toby puts nothing in his pocket. So you can still tell, but I feel like Toby shouldn't scoot it off because that tells you specifically whether it was a green or a white. Or not a green or whether it was delegated or not, but it's like going to books without getting a book, although in this case you're actually completing a hard tell without needing to. Reset the mission, you get a kind of a funny effect. Here, let me try that again. Okay, so what? Excuse me, I reset the mission. Did I break it somehow? Alright, here we go. Okay, so to immediately delegate, it looks like you may have to take the drink. Let's see, that's not working right. Okay, you can cancel, but it looks like it won't activate until you take the drink, so that's okay. See, it activates right there. Yeah, you have to take the drink for immediate delegate. But for immediate purloin, but to delegate, you have to you don't have to take the drink. You can delegate and walk away. That seems pretty good to me. What? Why is it not resetting properly here? And then when you delegate, it does start a talking animation, so it does not break your animation. So I was wrong about that. Although it can force them to break their animation. And I really like that. I think that's really cool. It means you're going to have to watch the AI's idle poses and delegate when they're between animations so it looks like a normal leave. Otherwise, anybody who breaks animation and goes straight to the bar very likely could be delegated that task. So good stuff. Alright, well, let's actually play this patch. So, who's online in the lobby? Bob Soros. We've got Scientist and Warning Track and Undercode. I think Undercode said he wanted to play, although he has kind of lower games. I'd like to play somebody a little bit more even. I'll ask if anybody wants to play. Looks like Undercode and Bob are going to play, which they would actually be a better match. I don't know. Bob Soros has played a lot, so yeah, he might be pretty good. Let's see if anybody answers me. If not, I've got Kaylee and Veery and Warning Track all in the plus great username. Yeah, Bob Soros is pretty funny. Alright, looks like Bob Soros wants to. Thanks, Warning Track. Don't worry about it. Got Bob Soros. All right. Still adamant this is an any 3 of 7, but let's go for any 4 of 7. Uh, so we'll see. I guess I'm going to start as sniper. Um, Bob Source says this is 3 of 7. There's no way that this map is 3 of 7. That's absolutely ridiculous. Uh, Maybe, with Purloin probably not being very good right now, what with the delegate issue, uh, maybe, I don't know. All right, we've got 1, 2 statues there. Gonna be a lot of good spots to bug, especially with the new. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try highlighting him. Still in his pocket. Still in his pocket. I wonder if it's easier to see with him low lit. It's a bit easier to see with him low lit. Yeah, we're gonna keep this dude low lit in this map. Was he sipping while returning briefcase? Not supposed to do that anymore, I think. So guest list is still there. And it's not the last person who took the drink. It's what the hell? Oh, that was so interesting. Okay, that's a low light. He walked right through the conversation, but he can't get behind the ambassador, so he went to the window to return it on the other side. That's probably not a player sort of thing. Oh, okay. That's some low lights there. Um, Leads me to believe it's probably. I think that was a bug right there. All right, he's gotten his inspect. He just BB'd. Guest list is still in the game. He did not get that bug apparently, unless the BB was fake. But I think this guy was in it, so I'm pretty sure that's my spy. But it is 4 of 7, not 3 of 7. So he might have gotten the bug. We'll have to wait and see what he does next. I don't think he's gotten many flirts, but if I'm wrong and he has, then he could be finishing any minute. That looked like an animation break. I'm ready to shoot him. I'm going to shoot him next time he talks, just on the offhand chance that's a 100% flirt. There was an animation break. He's going to die. Let's see if he tries to purloin here. No, he's going to swap. I remember he was at that statue at the beginning, so he's gotten inspect already. Yep, there it is. That should be 3 to 4 missions for him, if he got that bug. He did not. Oh, he purloined. He purloined. How did I not notice the purloin? Let's see. Okay, delegating purloin. So he took a drink. I think I remember looking at that. And then it happened here. So let's see. Yeah, at this point I wasn't watching purloin. I should have been. He gets a whole minute to delegate, so yeah. Time adds on the interior of the map is a really interesting thing, I find. That briefcase from Papa Danger was awesome. Yeah, it was great. The fact that you can add time facing away is really different. Hmm. Well, I wasn't saying, get rid of that. I was just saying it would be cool to have both. But yeah, I can see that being really interesting. Um, Imagine if this map had books. It might be actually hard to tell if somebody was reading or if they were checking their watch. I don't know. What am I looking at? I'm trying to find this purloin. I want to see how this works. There we go. That's the view I want. So he delegated right here. Right? Doesn't he delegate right here? Okay. Here he delegates. So he starts talking, she leaves. She actually leaves before he starts talking. It looked like.
Banana bread.
And he used BB to cover it, so I got 3 lowlights. And at this point, I never looked at the guest list again. So here she's going to eventually get a drink. Let's see it. Puts out the list. She says, yeah, I'll have this drink. And then guest list fades and it's gone. Okay. I got it. And did he bug there? He totally did. It's really subtle. I'm surprised I saw that. Alright, it's my turn. There are long paths between spaces. Delegation should be used with an action test. I think Checker avoided that like intentionally. I think he wanted it to be more mind gamey. Classic wrong arm bug. And now we get a free inspect. I think I just got highlit though. And one cool thing about delegation is that you can delegate. And well, you can choose to begin delegation. And then you can, if you feel like you can't do it, like it's not possible, you can just let it pass. You can just let it go, and you're not obliged to delegate. So that's kind of a cool idea as well. Now I remember complaining about something, something to do with the timer. I'm trying to remember what it was, but Checker fixed it like immediately because Slappy Davis and I were complaining about it. I'm trying to remember what it was. But I'm going to wait until the Purloin timer is just about empty. And then I'm going to delegate. That seems like the strongest option. So I'm going to delegate right there. It looks like it's been canceled because he didn't make it there in time. We'll see. Is it going to vanish here? No, it will not. Okay. So they do have to make it there before the timer ends, which means that you have a 60 seconds delegate, but the delegation has to succeed within those 60 seconds as well. I think that was part of the change that Slappy and I like asked for. Oh, I'm gonna get shot right here. Yeah, he was pretty much just staring at me that game. What the fuck? Instant highlight for what? Accidental. Nice. Well, he did neutral light me. But then he highlit me when I went to statues. I don't know what he's talking about, honestly. I mean, if I had chosen to delegate, he might not have known who had delegated it. So, yeah, it's very much not true. And I'm going to prove it's not true, but whatever. Right, yeah, you might be taking a high risk by waiting the full 60 seconds, so that's good. I mean, it does look like the instant purloin is not especially great. especially since Delegate plays the animation. Um, I mean, that's like the only thing that makes Delegate like maybe not perfect. All right, so 3-3. She did not. Dude, it's totally her. She didn't take a drink. There it is. Don't even need to wait. That was a Delegate. Yep, easy. But that was his own fault. That's not, the game's issue there. Oh. In unrelated news, World of Warcraft, which I no longer play, by the way, I haven't played that in a long time now. But they added a new thing where you can actually buy in-game time with gold. So they're adding this item that costs $20 in real life. Uh, costs $20 in real life. Um, but once you get it in game, it's like a token. You can actually put it on the auction house, and Blizzard sets the prices automatically. You don't get to choose the price for the auction house. And then, um, if you're rich in game, you can buy it with in-game gold. So you can actually play World of Warcraft for free if you're a gold farmer. So that's kind of an interesting change. Not that it's related to Spy Party, it's really not. Until Spy Party gets like flying mounts, it won't be as good as World of Warcraft, but you know how that is. It's just the way things are. Oh man, that was a difficult one. I think she just put it down and I picked it up, so it was probably not the smartest briefcase like attempt there. I feel like BB might not be very good on this map. Um, there's a lot of like window pads. There's the bar. You can't BB at any of those locations. You can only BB in CCs. So there's going to be a lot of mobility on this map. Also, there are a lot of conversation pads, so the odds of having both DA groups full is kind of low, I think. I'm way behind. This isn't good. Wonder how long they'll wait. I think they'll wait forever. I'm not sure about if they'll break animation to delegate and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this game just because of time. Well, he doesn't know about animation breaks, so let's try to get away with that one. Fuck. Oh, he just shot somebody else. That's one way to win. Um, hmm. Time might be a bit of an issue on this map. I mean, I was moving really slow, but I was trying to get things done. Like, I kept trying to meet the double agent, never happened. Um, Conversation with my ST was always full. It takes a while sometimes to wait in line for a drink. Uh, so that plus the fact that after you get a drink, even if you're not purloining, you're wasting a lot of time. That's good for idling, but it's not good for trying to get things done on time. Like you could lose a good 30 seconds over a single drink. So it makes purloin really important. Like you're gonna have to purloin if you get one drink. Or at least choose the delegate option just to set yourself up for it. And even if you don't want to do it, you have that option. Um, Fingerprint might be kind of hard. I don't know yet how the ambassador fingerprints work. with the new bar. So yeah, that's an interesting way to look at it, though. Time ads are better. That's like undeniable. There's a lot of cover in front of the window, which is rare. I don't think any other map has that, where you've got like all these like things that are blocking the windows. Look at his view at the end. Uh, couldn't see me at window here when I added time. You know, like, oh well, that's this view. Yeah, you couldn't see me at window when I added time. So you got to be much more mindful of time ads. That's an interesting way of looking at it. I kind of like that. If you highlight for statue visits and there's a high chance the spy will do inspect, then you can most likely highlight the spy. That's so true. But that's true at all times. 1-1 or the statues. I know Bob Soros likes to do tricky bugs, so hopefully I can catch him doing tricky bugs today. Now, I don't know if you can delegate from any non-CC pad. I can't imagine that you'd be allowed to. But, I don't think they're supposed to do that. Checker said, avoid drinking while doing briefcase. Everybody's sipping while doing briefcase, so it happened in the previous game with a non-spy character as well. I'm watching for animation breaks at this point. Okay, she did not delegate right there. I don't think he bugged there. Bug maybe? I don't know. Papa Danger's bug is broken. It needs to be fixed. Oh, he like pops up his cane. He's like, "Hey, give me a drink." That's pretty funny. Guest list is still there. Guest list is still there. Why am I just camping that? Yeah, I'm gonna low light for that. Looks like that hasn't been fixed, so Checker needs to just take it off the patch notes.
Banana bread.
Alright, my top suspect is probably Wheels, because I've seen him in... Nah, I don't know. Yeah, that was a bug. Alright, I was not wrong that Wheels is suspicious. Okay, he did add time. It felt like a long game to me. It was a green time ad. I was watching for White at one point. I remember him being at the window, and then I remember him being over here at the bar early on. He chose to delegate, but he never actually delegated it to anybody. And his bug... probably not... Whoa, you walked right through people. That was a bad move, but why didn't I see that? Oh, look at this. The two low lights just look like one to me right there, because he blends in with the background. It's just so dark. Not because he's dark because of a low light, not because he's black. But really, just not a very good bug there, and this is why he goes into range where he could get a good conversation bug, and he begins like a walking bug. He kind of spins around when he does it. It goes right through. Although, you know what? Walking bugs are better in the new art than conversation bugs, so ignore me. I'm stupid. Have we had a single spy win yet besides... Yeah, we did. I won one by adding time at the end, and then he shot. Alright, Ambassador's going to leave in a second, so I won't be so suspicious in this position. That's good. Now the reason I want to do Purloin is because I want to prove to him that it's not camp it to win. This map is super easy. I do think he's wrong about that. Does Toby go in order? So it should be her, then the Ambassador, and then me? Or is it random? I think it's in order. I think I'm literally waiting in line. Oh, the Ambassador didn't... Yeah, that looked kind of weird. Try not to delegate when you're all alone in conversation, I guess. Kind of wish I hadn't done this.
Banana bread.
There's too many people. Who are you gonna shoot, Bobsaurus? Have you been camping it? This should be game. He did camp it. I wonder how he knew. Let's find out. I was highlight where?
Banana bread.
Okay. I mean, I wish he'd been like specific, like, oh, I saw you delegate it, you know, it would have been nice. Not delegate is easy to track. Like, that's not really an answer to my question, but whatever. Yeah, but I mean, I think even camping it, it's kind of questionable because you don't know which of the people uh, has delegated it, right? I mean, especially if two people get drink, they both go into a conversation, like let's say it's like player, random person, and then other AI who got drink. So like it's A, B, C, where A is the player, C is the other person who got drink, and the person in the middle is going to be the person who gets delegated. If you're in that position in a conversation, then either of those two people could have delegated, right? Especially if you talk right when the other person talks or something. So if he wants to play this, I'm going to camp Purloin mind game, and I choose to Purloin anyway. I should be able to outsmart him. But yeah, the best move here is just to say, fuck it, 3-2. I'm done with Purloin until he's done camping it. And it looks like he's going to Purloin most games, and he's going to bug every game, or try to anyway. What did I say, 3-2? That was a really quick statue visit. I think the statue changed, so let's give her a highlight there. It's 2-2 now. Here comes the bug. Bug, 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 bug. There it is. Oh, you can't shoot through the street lamp? Damn it. That would be so cool. Trick shots. I want to shoot through the street lamp so bad. Just watch it shatter. The bullet goes... Just shatters it. We need a lot of glass breaking options. Like currently the only thing is if you shoot and somebody's holding a glass, you hear the shatter. But like if somebody's holding like a drink. But He's choosing that particular camera position a lot, so let's get a double time ad here. And let's make myself noticeable by taking a drink. I see no reason to not click delegate. Just because you're opening up an option, even if you choose not to take it, the only risk is that you might misclick or something. Instead of hitting flirt or BB, you might delegate. But otherwise, I think that's going to be the best option if you don't want to immediately purloin. So, I mean, hey, the map's about to start. Look at this. We got a mission. No, I've got nothing done. But I've got all the free time in the world. I could probably add time all day with the way that he's choosing to play. He's not guarding that particular window at all. And I'm still fairly certain he's just staring at Purloin. So he can have it. Oh, he finally checked. Finally. Why was I highlight here? Hmm. Actually, that's interesting. I don't know how this guy plays. I've never played with him before, so. I like the way this map looks. I definitely think the pads need to be more visible when you're not standing inside of them. He just tells me I don't do quick take controls. Don't give your opponent any information. Statues are 1-3. I think General might have just walked away from the bar. Nah, guess not. I mean, it wouldn't matter at this point. Hmm. I like the way Alice left that conversation. Felt like she was at the bar a long time. Guest list is still there. He just can't resist. He can't resist bugging. I might as well just camp bug. Maybe he's right. This map has to be any 3 of 7 because you could just camp bug and you will win all the time. Let's see. So right here, Amba stops at 149.8. He begins bug at 149.4. That was a typo, but whatever. If Spy Party runs at 60 frames a second, wouldn't that be like 20 frames? But I don't think it does. If we can scrub like frame by frame here, yeah, it might be. It might be a good like 20 frames, I think. Is that right? Uh, 60 frames a second, so like 1/10 of that is 6 frames? 6 frames? Is that right? Thanks for thanks for quoting me on that, Viri. I'm glad. It's very helpful. Whoa. Didn't I delegate to her? Where the hell did she? Why didn't she go? She didn't go to the bar. Or did I delegate to the wrong person or something? What the fuck? Did you guys see that? Hmm. Maybe you can't cancel your delegation? But that's weird. Alright, I'm gonna have to test that out. Fuck that. These conversation circles are too small. Can't get into any of them. Oh, so you can get screwed by it. That's not good, but if Checker says he'll fix it, that's fine. Yeah, BB is bad on this map. So a hardtail might become necessary. Okay. So I don't think swap is going to work on this guy. I think he's just watching Purloin and swap. And he's highlighting for inspect. So I want to inspect last. So I'm going to do uh, I don't know what he's complaining about. At least said don't ask. 2-2. Okay, let's see. I don't think he bugged, but it was because I think he broke animation when he left. I don't think he'd do that. we've confirmed he's the reverse walking bug type, which is lame, but he can have that, I guess. So we're gonna have to watch for that. How's she doing all the way over there? She finished a full sip before grabbing briefcase. That's kind of odd. Usually they interrupt it. So, highlight. She should have stopped, I think. Nope, guess not. Where the fuck is Toby? Toby, why aren't you looking at the rest of your guests? Come on. Is he just gonna stand in that position? Okay. That was kind of ugly. So surprised it didn't reroute around, though. Alright, he wants to see a spy win. Alright, let's see. Strategy here. I want to BB this round. I'm not going to swap. I'm going to inspect last. So I want to get an early start on Seduce and Fingerprint. Early start on Seduce and Fingerprint. That's my goal here. We know he highlights for being close to people in CC. So, oh hey, cool. It's not bad actually. I can wait like a good 15 seconds and then get in our flirt. I mean, I want to build that middle conversation up. That's the only big one. God, these conversations are never going to fill. BB is not that great in this map. Bug is also an option for me against this guy, it seems. Oh, damn it. I really wanted that. It also wasn't the worst time to BB. Pause that so that doesn't lag. Should be talking here. Okay, I've got one fingerprint. Need a second fingerprint and need to BB. Nice. Again, you probably could have been more specific. He just says flirts, but whatever. Two, one. This guy's really cocky. I'll say that. He's really cocky. Especially since I don't think shooting early looks cool. I think you can and should wait until you're 100% certain. And even then, you can wait. I think that was an animation break. But this guy's a very impatient player, and I kind of find him to be a bit cocky. So, I'm not saying I dislike him, but just, that was a bit weird. Guest list is still there. 2-1. Hmm. Two people left CC at the same time. Okay, top suspect. General. Maybe her. It's not him. It's Wheels. I think that was a bug. There are only 10 guests. I had 7 lowlights. Well, I don't remember if it counts like the DAs and ambassador as guests. I know it doesn't. I think it does. It doesn't count Toby. It doesn't count Damon because they're not guests. So when it says there are 10 guests and I had 7 lowlights, Toby and Damon, that's 2, plus the 2 DAs, that's 4, plus so I had 3 lowlights on like main cast. 3 out of 1, 2, 3. So 3 out of 7, something like that. That's right. The ST did leave. Yeah, I remember that. Thanks. That actually helps. Here's my highlight, standing next to somebody because they choose to stand next to me. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. Double agent, you should walk over here. This actually would be a good time to BB if the DA was in conversation. Hey buddy, what's going on?
And the end of red.
Nice.
And the end of red.
Why was I the only HL for okay, and then he highlight her. What time is it? It's 2:15, so I'm gonna do a couple more and then head out. Trying to think of a way to win with missions right now. I'm not seeing it, but 2-2. You got Thai, Red. I cannot think of names for these characters, honestly. Their clothes really aren't like vibrant and bright like the old characters, so it's hard to kind of decide on what I should call them. Statues have not changed. Gessel's still there. He returned to her. She's talking. He's talking. Okay, I think he's flirting with her. It was not a bug. That's 2 fingerprints for her, if she wants it. Somehow Wheels looks suspicious to me. Oh, that was a good path, though. I like that. Enters and immediately talks with her. He's been to, I think, 1 statue. Statue has changed. It wasn't him. Who was there before? I think he was there.
And the end of red.
Trying to remember who swapped. Thought he could sneak it with green. Sneak what? Yeah, this map's possible. He almost beat me. I just shot off of like an instinct there. I knew it was over, so I knew I had to shoot. But, hmm. An indoor conversation, I think, would hurt because it's impossible to see talking animations as it is, and that ceiling blocks everything. You just can't see much. Uh, you don't get like a good view of like subtlety when it's inside. So okay, how do I beat this guy? All right, I'm gonna frame somebody. Oh, I'm framing the old lady. Not sure if it's gonna work, but gotta find out.
And the end of red.
Oh, nice. Ran out of suspects with BB. What?
Banana bread.
Why was the old lady low lit? Oh, soft tells ad time. Yeah, I mean, that's what I want to do, but BB sucks on this map. That's my like immediate impression is BB is really bad on this map. Um, the two statues are gonna make swap really hard to do. If you're playing against somebody who tracks for who inspects or highlights for inspects, it's such a boring strategy, but it's really effective on every map. So it I'm not rage quitting. I'm just meeting a friend for lunch in like 40 minutes, and I need to shower. Uh, so I'm about done here. But oops, I'm gonna leave this. Uh, let's see. I feel like there's not enough time on the map. I'm not sure if time ads are going to be that viable in the long run, so it's hard for me to say. It's really hard to flirt on this map, and I'll say why. AI tend to be really mobile because there's just a high number of pads for them to choose that do not are not really reliably flirtable. Windows, for example, unless you meet them at Windows like around the same time. Oh well, yeah, the Kappa. I don't even know what Kappa means really. I just don't get it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have fun playing whatever game you're playing with Varanus, the Subterfuge. I might check that out if you guys like it. Um, so like the thing with flirting at paintings and at windows is that the AI may not stay very long, so you have to get there immediately after they do, or else you probably are not going to get your flirt in. Um, and there being a lot of those pads around here, including the single statue pads, it's going to make flirting kind of challenging. Um, let's see. You can flirt at the bar. That seems pretty reliable, actually, because people get stuck at the bar for a long time. Flirting in conversations is tough because the conversations are all really small. So these are filled after 4 or 5 people. Um, this is the only conversation that you can really get into, like guaranteed. It's a very big conversation. Um, so I think flirt's going to be kind of tough. Uh, Fingerprint, I think, is going to be about the same on this map as others. Might be a little bit better because you can delegate to the ambassador to go to the bar. That carries risks with it, of course, but um, Bug looks pretty good on this map. Uh, it actually is fairly campable because of the sniper view. So I think Bug on this map is probably a little bit better than it is on some of the other new art maps. I think Bug seems okay. Uh, so far, I think the balance of Bug is going to be better than on other new art maps. Um, Contact doesn't seem very good because there's so many conversations. They're all small. It's unlikely that they're all going to fill up because of the constant movement on this map. And when you actually do get with the DA, it's just going to be you and the DA and one other person. So that's going to be kind of a tricky mission. Swap not especially great because there's only 2 statues to camp. Much easier to camp 2 statues than 3 or 4 or 6. They're also very easy and quick to memorize, and you can see them from a lot of positions. Not sure about inspect really. Inspect seems pretty okay, at least average, if not above average. Um, and I'm not sure about this purloin. Uh, I mean, I'm gonna need to experiment with this purloin a lot more, but it's seems really tough to get away with it. Um, the spy has to micromanage a lot of stuff. So if you immediately purloin, it's very visible. You're stuck there for a while. You can't really escape. So that's going to be kind of problematic. Um, if you delegate, you can get away, but that's a hard tell. Even if you take a drink. Hmm. I wonder if you could do some like red flirt delegate tricks like that. I'll cancel that before it ends. Yeah, I'm not sure how the delegate thing's gonna work. It's gonna be a really interesting dynamic. I think the animations should be the same for immediate delegate and or for immediate purloin and delegate. I think it should be the same. I like the idea of delegating ambo to bar with a low delegate timer so don't actually purloin. Bonus points time with personal space timer. That's a really good idea, actually. I mean, yeah, the personal space timer is what you're gonna have to. Hmm. That's a really good idea. I like that a lot. Guarantee that the purloin doesn't happen, but you guarantee a fingerprint as well. It's just a really costly thing. It's gonna take a minute to set that up. Of course, you can, spend that time doing other things. All right, so let's try this. Delegate. I don't need the drink. We're gonna go over here, and this didn't work for me before, but I delegated and left, and they didn't go to the bar. So I just want to see if that was a bug. I think somebody said that their spot at the bar was probably taken. Okay, so that should work, and that should be a pretty cool strategy, especially if it's just the two of you. Then you can both go to the bar and try to mess around with it. You should also be able to do stuff like um, quest drink, uh, delegate. Um, should be able to do something like this, like get there first, request a drink first. Oh, I can still immediately steal it. And then you can take the drink, and before you can actually make it to the conversation, so they think you need to go to a conversation before you can delegate now, unless they have it memorized. It's kind of like the old green purloin. You could green purloin and then accept a drink, and then it makes it look like you couldn't have green purloined because you have a drink. So that trick still works. I don't know how viable it's going to be. Probably less viable than the green purloin trick, but if somebody's camping like really heavily, it's going to be hard to get away with either. Anyway, I like the new map. I really like the aesthetic. It's the first map that has like an actual like world that it exists in instead of just being, kind of this floating space. So this one's on like a street and it actually looks like a living place. And that's, obviously wonderful. Um, this is kind of what I pictured this game would look like for the longest time. When we had Ballroom just floating in space, I always pictured that there would have to be like buildings around it. Let's see. Whoa, what the fuck? Dude, what? You guys seeing this? What? I started out outside. I'm outside. I made it out. What? Holy shit. Best. This is the best thing that has ever happened to me in this game. Oh my god. What is missing? There's a whole guest missing. I'm gonna low light everybody. And you'll see that one won't be low lit. Ah, it's so cool. I could report this like in so many ways, and I could just fuck with Checker on this. I can't believe this is possible. I don't even want to tell him about it. Like, I can't... Oh, oh, I can walk around. Kind of. Oh my god. Holy shit, this is so good. There's nothing I can do. It sucks. I wish I could, like, walk around to the front of the map. That would be so good. It looks like Checker just put, like, a spot right there. Like, there's a space that exists right there where you can actually, like, walk to. The chances of spawning here must be insanely, insanely low. Well, yeah, if you've seen any of Checker's like development streams, there's like a walk space that he designates. There's a walk space that he designates, and that walk space apparently he there's no wall here, so the walk space apparently extends down here, and characters can spawn within that walk space, but you can never like walk through walls. So you just have to randomly spawn here. I mean, how has this never happened? This has to have existed since the beginning of time. Ballroom confirmed best. Oh my god. I've got the best bug report, and I don't want anybody to report this one until I get to report it. This is the coolest thing ever. Holy shit. So happy. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright, let me try to get... Oh! Oh, you know what? I could try... Because the game has like a really weird like camera kind of thing going on. If I do super wide view, I might be able to see him. Like if I do weird stuff with the camera, like see how it warps it and stuff. Let's see if I can warp it. I'm gonna make it like 2 screens long and... Nah, that's not gonna work. Can't warp him into view. Look at this ballroom. Oh, is he's back there? Ah, no, that's not gonna work. So let's just go back to normal view. Let's see, can I poke him out over here somehow? No, I'm like leaning my head over. I can't see it. Oh man. Ah. I wonder if the ambassador comes by, if I can like bug through this wall if the ambassador goes to like bookshelf. I can't request a drink, sadly, because I can't... Why can't I request a drink? I guess because I can't get enough space behind me. Like you'd think a request would be possible right here. Or maybe if I jam myself into the corner. You think Toby has enough space to stand there, and that I could try to request a drink, but that he'd, you know, obviously be unable to do it. I could also just say, hey, Checker, I low-lit every guest, but one of the guests is not here, or it didn't work or something, but he's just outside hanging. Whoa, I can see through the wall. I'm behind the bookshelf. What's up, seduction target? I want to flirt with you, but I'm trapped in another dimension. Has anybody seen, has anybody seen Fringe? There's this, like, I don't know, I don't want to spoil it, but spoilers... cover your ears for 20 seconds if you don't want to hear Fringe spoilers. But there's a moment when a character gets like obliterated from existence, like they were never born, and nobody knows who they are, and they were a main character. And that's this guy. That's me right now. Hey, my head is sticking through. I wonder if I can stick my head through the center right there. Like, I wonder if that's even remotely visible. Doesn't look it. Damn. Yeah, I just can't make myself slightly visible here. Oh, that could have been visible. When my arm, when I was turning. Might have to check the replay on this, but... I did it, guys. I finally did it. I finally did it! Haha! I made it outside of Ballroom. I've been wanting to do this since forever. I always tried, like, by squeezing through this space and jiggling back and forth, but then Checker revealed that it was impossible, that you can never escape Ballroom. But he was lying all along. I should be able to see. Why can't I see my? Ah, I can't see. Why can't I see him? Oh, so good, so good. I don't even want to go to my friend's house anymore. I just want to play this game all day. The game where I walk around in a tiny little space and cry. I'm just taking so many screenshots. This is so good. Where's spectation when you need it? I guess you couldn't, Yeah, you can escape using the free cam, but that's bullshit. I'm actually walking around with a character. I can run and jump and I can fly and stuff now. What if the briefcase did that thing where it glitched and was flying all room and like all around the room and it was like smacking into my head? That would be pretty funny too. I think that glitch has been fixed. I haven't seen it in forever. Well, nobody has ever reported this. As far as I know, nobody has ever reported this. It's a very easy fix. Um, no, you know what? I wonder if I mean, okay, so the chances of this happening have to be fairly low. It's you can spawn any space within the confines of Ballroom. This is officially within the confines of Ballroom, this little space. It's only one character big. I don't think two characters could spawn here. But I guarantee this has happened before, but it's never happened to the spy. So the odds of a character spawning there have to be pretty low. Like very, very low. But I mean, what is that? That's I'm trying to divide Ballroom up into like squares of this size. How many squares of this size are there in Ballroom? Probably a couple hundred? Let's say like 150. So you have a 1 in 150 chance of a character spawning here, and then a 1 in 17 chance on top. Like multiply that by a 1 in 17 chance of this happening to the spy. Like the thing is, if an AI spawns here, nobody will know. You know, unless they're actively counting all the members. Like if you low light everybody in the room and one's normal lit, then that's an indication that somebody is stuck there. Um, the amazing thing is that it's never happened with a double agent, or somebody would have said there was no double agent in my game. It's never happened with an ambassador, or somebody would have said there was no ambassador in my game, and it has never happened with a seduction target. Well, Wodar, you wouldn't know if it had happened to a character unless you checked it in the replay and looked in that specific spot. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't understand what you're saying. Like, the game won't freeze if somebody's stuck there. Like, if a normal AI is stuck here, they'll just sit here all game and do nothing. And then that won't really impact the game very much. There'll just be one less guest to watch. So it'll be, a slight advantage to the sniper. If it's the seduction target, seduce becomes impossible. And somebody probably would have posted that. Yeah, but like I said, I think the odds of this happening are very low, and typically you don't low light everybody in a single game. Like that's just never really happens. So in the very few games where almost every guest is low lit, I doubt that this has happened there. I feel so happy right now. This is the best glitch that has ever happened. um, so Yeah, yeah, the grayness is definitely here. Oh, look at Toby's mug. It's just the infinite gray void police. Halt. I wonder if Checker's around. I want to tweet to him and tell him to get on my stream really fast. Because this is the best thing ever. I'm gonna see if I can get Checker in here to comment on it. This is pretty funny, but I doubt Checker broke this in the last patch. Yeah, Bacon. That's what I was thinking. I mean, it could have happened to a player who's not posting the forums. Although I think if anybody was stuck here, they'd probably want to post it. Um, Whoa, I'm really stuck out there. Maybe I can see myself. Nope. Um, right. Yeah. So yeah, there's got to be a ridiculously low chance of ending up here. This is so cool. I'm really happy with this. I am so glad I streamed today. I was almost thinking about canceling because I woke up really late. But now I'm just ecstatic. This is the best thing that has ever happened in Spy Party. Well, this month anyway. Um, Too bad like Bloodwolf's not doing the Banana Bread Weekly thing anymore, because this would totally be a highlight. I wonder if this is actually a problem with the RNG. Was this the first game you started after a new patch? No. I played a bunch of games on Pub. Woder, I think the reason this happened is like if you look at all the walls, they're all like straight edge walls. Like they're corners like this. It's a corner. This is a corner here. It's not a corner. It's just where two walls meet. I think Checker failed to designate that as a non-game space. So it should be a really easy fix. Um, Ballroom best glitch thing. Yeah, yeah. New map comes out, and Ballroom is the best. The best glitch we get is on Ballroom. This finally happened though. Oh yeah, yeah. This is no longer pub impressions, unless my character got really, really drunk and decided to leave Ballroom. Uh, I want to try. I want to be visible. Damn it! Like it looks like I can't really get into that corner. It's kind of weird. Like I could jam myself into the corner here like that, but I can't do the same over there. Why is that? Oh, there we go. Kinda got it. So anyway, I think this has probably existed for a long time. It may be practice mode only, but it shouldn't be anymore. It really shouldn't be. This probably existed for a long time. Characters have probably spawned in there, but no gameplay pertinent characters have spawned there. And if they have, I think nobody's ever reported it. I wonder if I could try to shoot myself or something. Like, you can't shoot through walls. That's so good. A literal Easter egg on the ground. You just randomly spawn there. There's an Easter egg. You lose the game, but you get to see something wonderful. I would actually be okay with that. Or, you know what? He can fix it and still put the Easter egg there. You can see the Easter egg with spectator view, or not spectator, well maybe, but replay view. You can hover around the map and stuff. So yeah, maybe that's something that he should do, is hide like Easter eggs that can only be seen in replay mode. That's a really good idea. I like that. You should post that in suggestions. Say, hey, we get a lot of view on replay. Whoa, look, the laser goes through the wall. Oh no, it's underneath Ballroom. Never mind. Like it just ends right there. It's trying to touch my head. Let's move up a couple pixels. Yeah, it's trying to touch my head, but it can't. This is so good. I can't bring myself to turn this off. I wish I could see him. Similar happened on New High Rise. You could spawn behind the bookshelf on the left. I don't want to. I don't want to look at what you're talking about because then I'd have to leave here. This is my little space. This is Corey's cubby. This is my little cubby hole, my hidey hole, and I'm gonna stay here forever. I'm never gonna leave. I'm gonna leave Spy Party running until the end of time. And when I want to play this game, I'm gonna have to open up like a separate window with an alternate account. But it'll be worth it. I'd start over at 0-0 just to keep this forever. Ah, ah. Well, I could open a new spyparty.exe, but I'm still signed in here. So I'd have to sign out somehow. I could just make my internet drop, and then it'll sign out. But I think it'll kick me from the game if I do that. So I can't sign out. Yeah, if there are 6 M's there, I'm not counting them, then you are correct. It would have 6 M's. Oh, well, I guess I'll have to report this one. Oh, it's so good. Let me in, guys, please. Ah, I can't get in. I should post it like this and just say, does anybody see anything off? And then, you look at the bottom. The only way to know is you look at the bottom or you count the guests and you just see Yellow Danger isn't in here, you know? What I don't want to know is why Twitch didn't email me that you were streaming. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Zero, you need to change your Twitch password. Maybe it shouldn't be related to that, but I don't know. Twitch is kind of messed up right now. Maybe resub, I guess. Alright, I guess it's time to shoot somebody and then check this out in the replay. So, wave goodbye to Mr. Danger. He's gonna get to survive, though. He's unshootable right now. April Fool's bug report. It's like getting free cable channels back in the day. As long as you don't turn off, you go to get forever. Yep. What's up, Saw? I haven't seen you around in a while, man. There's a new pub level. You can actually play in a bar. You should probably log on to Spy Party again and check out the level. It's like really good looking too. All right. Gonna shoot somebody and check out the replay. Shooting Damon because he failed to let one of our guests enter the party before he constructed the walls of our trans-dimensional prison. And let's go free camera. That is so good. How do we get... Let's see. Oh, that's right. It's stuck in the confines here, so I have to actually... Interactive spy. I want free camera. Replace sniper, free camera. Oh shit, I actually don't have free reign of the camera right now because he's stuck in this space. What can I do? Is there a way to make it cycle to different guests? I can't remember. Do you guys know, is there... Yeah, I'm going 1, then 5, but the camera can't leave that space. It's stuck. That's 1 and then 5. Interactive sniper and then 5. 5 now automatically goes to spy, so I guess you can't, like, abuse free cam like you used to. Did Checker fix that? This is lame. I want to be able to experiment with this. Yeah, I think there's a way. Trying 4 then 5. That's not working. And I can't break through those walls. Hmm. I was going 1 5. 1 5. See? 1 5. It's still choosing to start on the spy when I hit 5. Free camera, I guess, begins on spy nowadays. So why isn't it working? I think. Well, I'm in sniper view right now, right? This is replay sniper view, and I'm hitting 5, free camera, and now I can't leave. I'm still stuck in this space. Free camera is still choosing to start on spy. Alright, let's try that. So, let's go to replays. Is it this one? Yeah, it has to be this one. Okay, and then go 5. Alright, cool. You're right, you're right. And that's how I can be outside. You can see him, that's so good. Looks like I won't be able to get the camera inside of Ballroom though. Like, I want to get the topmost view of Ballroom. I don't think that's going to be possible because the spy is not inside of Ballroom. So this is the best free cam I can offer. I can't actually get inside, but yeah, this is pretty good. So take some screenshots. This is fun. All right, so each edge or each wall is like a corner, like right here. Like here, the walls actually meet. I'm trying to make it visible. Here, the walls actually meet, and they don't produce a space there. And this is the only exception. Here the walls don't meet entirely and it creates a space. So all Checker needs to do is extend this wall right here and move it forward. So like extend this axis or this line and move it so that it meets this line. And that should fix the problem because even though that space will still be designated game space, you won't be able to spawn inside of it because there will be something inside of it already. And here, it looks like the window doesn't actually go all the way out. But they're like right here, it's actually that much space, but that's not enough space for a character to spawn, so it's not an issue. Although he should fix that just to make it look nicer. Like here, it meets perfectly. And here, it meets perfectly. So just to make it uniform, it probably should as well. But yeah, that's like the most entertaining glitch I've seen in a while. I can take some more screenshots of that. All right, I'm gonna end the stream. Anybody have any last questions or comments? Cannot actually get inside Ballroom anymore. Yeah, it used to be that the problem was I couldn't get out of Ballroom. Now I can't get inside of Ballroom. Oh yeah, let's go down the streets of Ballroom or of Pub. Hey Viri, did you see this? Nah, well I managed to playing around with the replay and we got the free cam outside, but because the spy is not inside the party, it's impossible to get the free cam inside. So that's pretty great. And yeah, just getting a nice little view here. You can actually see just how much space that actually is in Ballroom. It's about the size of like a pad, it looks like. Um, so, you know, how many of those squares can you fit in here? If somebody wants to do the math, like divide this space up into chunks of that size, we could actually, you know, find out the like approximate like chance that that this could happen. But it's got to be a really low chance. The danger just walking around there, you can't get out. He can't get shot either. Like he's safe. But yeah, that's I guess that's the end of that. I do have it saved in the replay forever, so I gotta put a note on that. How do you create notes? Is it Control N? No, it's not Control N. I'm gonna look it up actually because I want to make a note on this one. Yes, I did not do anything special, Wodar. I am not special. Nobody better report this though. I'm gonna have fun posting this myself. I'll be upset if somebody reports it. I'm actually looking up how to make notes right now, so hang on a sec. How-tos and guides. List of all keyboard commands. Okay. Oh, it should be the first post. Replays. Control E. So let's do Control E. Best replay ever. All right, let's go to a replay in pub. There's some replays. Parent directory matches. Bobsaurus. All right, let's go free cam. You could zoom in a lot. You can't really zoom out though. And let's walk down the streets of Pubopolis. Man, people are gonna have a lot of fun with this one actually because you could do some really like dynamic. Whoa, what the fuck? You could do some like kind of dynamic scenes. You know, you could like have yourself walking down the street here. Let's get rid of that spy controlled thing. There we go. You could do like a scene where you're walking down the street, and then you see like a bright light in the distance, and you could kind of direct it. You'd have to get rid of all the UI though. If you touch the map, your camera moves up. What do you mean if I touch the map? If you touch the map, I don't know what you mean by that, man. Be more specific? Oh, there you go. Thank you. Okay, that makes sense. Man, it's so slow. Alright, let's wander down these streets for a bit. It's so dark. Oh, I can't see anything. I'd have to turn my brightness up. Are these buildings physical? Can I walk right through them? Yeah, I can walk right through them. I mean, I'm actually kind of shocked that he built this much. Like, he wanted us to be able to see into the distance. It's pretty cool that the street ends at a building that is so dark you can barely see it. Um, I mean, John did a fantastic job making this look real from the game, the game perspective anyway. Like, it looks like a pretty real place. And he has it appropriately dimmed so that you can't see so far into the distance that it breaks. Let's go into this person's house. Is that a door? I can't even tell. That's a window. Let's find a door. There are no doors. None of these buildings have doors. No. Those have to be doors. Okay. We're going to play like Legend of Zelda. We're going to go in this person's house and break some pots. Oh shit, they live in a void. Never mind. Oh yeah, good idea. Good point. The lights, they don't actually create light. Although they create depth, which is cool. That's the important thing. This world is so empty. This is cool. That's weird. Why is it doing that? Why is that vanishing? Hmm. All right. I think that's the end of the stream for today. I had fun. I hope you guys all had fun. Best bug ever. So I'm gonna have to make a highlight of that and post that on YouTube or something, because man, I had a lot of fun with that, even though it was just stupid. But yeah, everybody check out the new build. It's pretty cool. Check it out if you haven't already. It has some issues that hopefully will get patched very quickly. Most notably, I think the delegation animation and the animation for like instant take need to be made the same. A few other minor issues. Not yet sure that delegate is going to be a strong, or the new purloin is going to be really strong on this map or not. Gonna have to play with it a bit more. So, everybody have a good night or a good day or whatever it is for you, and take care. Like that, I did a little